After the explosive release of Baltasar Engonga's videos showcasing various sexual encounters, authorities have now unveiled shocking footage of him in court, handcuffed and shackled. The disgraced government official is expected to serve many years behind bars for his involvement in corruption-related activities and abuse of power. Engonga used his influential position to exploit over 300 women, coercing them into sexual encounters. Further video have surfaced showing him at a press conference before his arrest, where he maintained his innocence. However, the president of Equatorial Guinea is determined to use this case as a warning. As the fight against corruption intensifies, the country aims to show that no one, no matter their power, is above the law. Here is a video of embattled Baltasar Engonga in shackles leaving court.
Currently, when you go to Equatorial Guinea, they are unable to access mobile data to share any information on WhatsApp because the president assumes that people are sharing too much of the videos, the sex tapes of Baltasar and the other women, top officials, wife, daughters, and sisters, which is a very sad one. Now, the question people are asking is, how are these women going to stand their husbands, especially the top officials that have their wives involved in this scandal? How are these women going to relate with their husbands? And to talk that somebody couldn't face the disgrace and had to take her life is a very sad issue. Let's just take this question from the line. Let's wrap up. So the question is, how are these women involved in this scandal? Are they going to lose their marriage, or we move on? Should we fear men or we should fear women? Because this whole thing is kind of mind-busting.
Yeah, so basically, this is a very sad thing. If you're following this update since yesterday, realize that when the updates came and then we first broke the news, we realized that a lot of people were in shock, especially looking at the fact that this particular man was a government official. Okay, he was a person who was mandated. People don't know the position that he holds, but then if you go to Equatorial Guinea, the position that he holds is more like what in Ghana we term as EOCO, Economic Crime Office, Economic Organized Crime Office. So he has this anti-cyber crime office, and he was using his office to do all of this. But one thing you need to know is that notice that initially the whole charges against him was not anything in relation to him having affairs with his workers or with business people and with other people's wives. It was in relation with a corruption activity. So the police went to his house to do a thorough search. Sometimes they bring search warrants. That was the motive. And then they found various tapes. So initially they thought the tapes perhaps contained files, documents that they can use to charge him for his corruption related activities, only for them to see over 400 videos of people's wife, the president's daughter, and a whole lot of people. So when the president's daughter was phoning, say, hey, we've got a tape of Baltasar Engonga, and guess what? Your daughter is part of the people. Immediately the president realized that the president said, hey, lock that man up. So that was it. And yes, in the video which was trending, we realized that news which came in suggested that one of the ladies apparently felt so bad and he took their life. But then upon further check, we realized that that was a fake news, because the lady whose video was trending, that she took her life because she was part of the videos part of the videos that Baltasar Engonga was in. We did realize that she was in Cameroon. She was a Cameroonian lady. Okay, she was a Cameroonian lady. So she is nowhere near the person, or she exactly. She's not part of them. She is not part of them. She was a Cameroonian lady, but then people want to trend, so they took someone's videos and they are saying that, hey, she's one of the people who apparently took her life because she's been featured in the Baltasar Engonga's video. So that one has been debunked. So far, none of the ladies have taken their life, and I think that this is the crucial time that we need to seek counseling, not just for these ladies, but also the man himself. But then I'm very concerned about the ladies, because trust me, these were two consenting adults getting into or having a relationship or having some sort of a fling. Okay, so regardless, there's nothing wrong, because both consented to it, both consented to recording, and it's not like the man initially published it or leaked it. The other question that we also need to look at is, how did the government officials, why did they leak this thing? Because if you found something like, you use it against this man, so what is the essence and what is the brain behind you leaking, and what would you get? At the end of the day, we want to jail this man, use it as evidence, but now you've implicated innocent people. And I know that the idea will be to serve as a caution, and also perhaps to let people, or the wives of the husbands of those who are involved, the women that this man had something to do with, the husbands, those husbands of theirs, they will come to the realization that, hey, this wife that I'm with, this wife is not a person who is trustworthy. So I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to get the whole feeling well that, okay, this is exactly that happened. This is what really pushed them to publish this kind of thing. But then it is stupid. It is unreasonable, because at the end of the day, you are putting innocent lives at risk. Yesterday, when I saw the update and the video that people, one lady had taken the life, I was like, no, this can't be so. This can't be so. So in the morning, when I got the news again upon various check, I realized that it was actually fake news. I felt happy. Then it clicked that these ladies who are featured in this video, perhaps it is a wake-up call. They might be thinking of something like this, and this may even trigger them to do more, because the news that they are taking their lives. So the big question is, what can we do to prevent these things? Number one, we should take all of these ladies and send them to therapy. Have a psychologist check on them, because this man may not have forced them into the act, but then he may have manipulated them with money, with emotional blackmail, with positions. We don't know. I'm very much concerned about the ladies. Okay, and when we are talking about all of these things, so we should also look at something clearly. The ladies who consented, because there's a picture which is trending on social media, the man with his workers, and it's like 80% of the workers have passed through, have done some apprentice job with the man. You get what I'm saying? So the question is, those 20% who refuse to pass through the man's hands, what is the reason? Why? What is happening? So the whole thing has to do with men. Do we give much attention to our women? Because clearly you could see that some of these women, excuse my words, they were SES staffed. They were SES staffed. They had the money, they had the position, but then they never felt loved. They never felt wanting. They never felt that somebody cherished them. So when this man found that loophole, he quickly said, hey, I'll fill that loophole and I'll do it better. And let's be honest, if you've watched most of the videos, you realize that the ladies there, it's like they were having a blast. Let's be honest. Because if they were not having, some of the ladies even adjusted the camera well. Okay, and they were having a blast, which means they wanted a feeling like this that they were not getting. So before everyone jumps into the man, what he did was nuts. It's wrong. But then let's look at it from various angles. husbands, are they to be blamed? Are we giving our wives, our girlfriends enough attention? That is number one. Number two, these people, how did they get involved with this man? Because you realize that most of these people were not even at the office or were not even working with this man. So was it that he was just giving them money, or what? We need to know. And I'm sure he will be using money as a blackmail, that I'll give you $1 million and stuff, because this man obviously is being investigated for corruption related activity. So what do you expect? What do you expect? So these are various questions that we need to be asking ourselves, and I know a lot of people will be drawing to conclusion, but I'm very much concerned about the lady. All the ladies involved who have been identified, police need to take hold of all of them, send them to a psychiatric, and perhaps do investigations with them, because you want to know the head and tail, so that one day history won't repeat itself. So what did the man tell you? How did you get involved with the man? Did he give you money? Did he threaten to sack you? What were the conditions that were in place before you got into this encounter with them? These are questions that we need to ask. But then people are saying that, oh, we have Didi of Africa. This is the Didi of Africa. Didi of Africa. This can be the Didi of Africa, but we don't want the Didi of Africa to what? To be a norm. Okay, and this man's own have come. Okay, and then we are sitting here, we are discussing about it. Trust me, there are a lot of people, a lot of government agencies, especially our young girls who are doing this service. And your corner, the word is retain. You retain, sir. Then something will happen. A typical example, if you remember, is the Atlantic boss CEO together with together with the Syrian girl. They promised they were going to retain her. They gave her a car. They gave her all of these things, and you realize that at the end of the day, some zeros are getting missing. So these are big questions that we need to ask, and it is so sad, because I don't want to put this particular picture on the screens again. This man have a kid, okay? The wife is a very beautiful woman. I wouldn't like to put the wife's picture on the screen, but then there are pictures of this man together with 6 kids. In Bofano Hufe, the children are very nice people, very nice children, all of them. And they will live to have this car on them for the rest of their lives. It is a very sad thing. If you look close what's on the screens, that's the man together with the workers. Look at the arrows. All those arrows are people who have passed through this man's hands. Why? What is going on? And this is just one agency. This is just one agency. We need to investigate all the other agencies. This is a wake-up call. And was this man arrested because the president found out that the daughter was fat? This man has taken almost all the ministerial position. Their ministerial people who are handling ministerial positions. He's taken all of them, their wives, from the IGP to the police. He's gone everywhere. I'm sure that he was even opening or widening his tentacles to the White House. Yes. And it's so sad. So it is a sad thing, and we are monitoring this case closely, and we just hope that justice will prevail. And also, I know that many divorces and many homes will be broken. There's a video of course, of course, because imagine that my wife is fat. Even if I choose to forgive her, or even if I realize that she was coerced and she was forced to do such thing, Massa, if you are sleeping on the same bed, it will just be on my eye like a movie. The fact that the whole world have seen my wife's nakedness with someone, not me. Hey,